forecast reading. I'm going to yes. There's a report, repeat. What's the difference? I record from the bushvelds in South Africa, so sometimes the internet can be dodgy and I disappear for a few seconds. Please bear with me if I do. I always pop back in again. Okay, had a good run over late. Let's hope it carries on. If you'd like a personal private reading from me, please go to my website. I will put that link in the description box below, and there you can get amazing readings, including an incredible soulmate reading. Right, so Capricorn, what's in store for you guys in November of 2020? We've got oracle cards, tarot cards, and of course we're going to do a relationship reading as well. So Capricorn 2020. First card up for you guys is Never Ending Story. So maybe what you are dealing with in the month of November, situations and people will be brought into your life that will make you think, oh, here we go again. But this card says, when you start thinking, oh, here we go again, change the story in your mind. Most of it is existing in your mind. And you're now going to have the opportunity, and you're going to feel pushed to do so because the situation will arise that will make you think, you know what, maybe it'll turn out differently this way. And maybe if I think about it differently, it will turn out differently this time. And you would be right, okay? Right, next card up for you guys is a leg up, because this time somebody's going to help you. This time you're not on your own. This time you don't have to do it alone. Sometimes people step in and they give you a hand, and that's what's going to happen. It could be a person, it can be an organization, it can be a huge inspiration coming from somewhere that helps you this time to change the story so that it doesn't have that same old ending, okay? Let's see what comes up next for you guys. You might ask yourself, but why is this happening now? You know what? Okay, this is coming up a lot at the moment, and I think there's an eclipse right at the end of November, which is probably going to have something to do with why is this coming up in my life at the moment. There isn't an answer right now, but down the line somewhere, you're going to look back and say, ah, that's why that happened. It sent me off on a different path. It steered me in that direction. It shifted my focus, whatever it may be. You'll see down the line, but right now you're not going to see the reason for why this is happening. But remember, something is stepping in to help you. Somebody's stepping in to help you, okay? And regeneration comes up with that. So something is rekindled. So all this is setting you off to rekindle a goal, an aspiration, a dream, a project, even a relationship, okay? It's something that got left behind somewhere back there in your life that you couldn't continue, you couldn't finish, it couldn't blossom, it couldn't grow for whatever reason. Now, what happens in November is, first of all, you come up against something that says, oh, here I go again. I wonder if it's going to work at all. If it's going to have the same old bad ending as before. The answer to that is no. This time you get help. You get some kind of help. And you might be questioning, but why is this coming around again? Why does this situation feel the same? Well, you know what? You're not going to know right now, but you will see down the line why. But ultimately what is happening here is something gets brought back to life. Something that got abandoned, forgotten, left behind, unfinished, now comes back to life. And it has the potential to be greater than it ever was, than you could have dreamed before. And if it had gotten off its feet back then, it won't be as successful, wouldn't have been as successful, or it wasn't back then. This time around, it has the potential to grow into something absolutely amazing. Now, I want to pull some tarot cards for you as well to get a little bit of clarification on what all this is about. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say about this too, or what messages come via the tarot cards. And the first one up is, right, so you might have taken a little bit of a gamble in the past on this project that you attempted, and the gamble part was probably the most prominent part of it, okay? Or you might have felt it a bit of a gamble. This is the Five of Earth. If you look at this card, it's very much about gambling. But if you look closely at this card, you will see there are pearls of wisdom and a ruby, okay? So despite the fact that it might have felt like a gamble, or it might feel like a gamble, there are pearls of wisdom in there. There is something special and precious in there. I'm just going to pull another card. Let's see. And this is the Sage. We were just saying there is wisdom in there. And guess what? There is wisdom in there. So despite the fact it might feel like a bit of a gamble, you have the wisdom to take it further than that, okay? And right in this moment of time, it may be a bit of a gamble. Other people may turn around and say to you, that's just a gamble. In this climate at the moment, it's a gamble. But you have the wisdom. You have some kind of innate wisdom where this is concerned that will take you far with it, that will take it, transport it beyond being a gamble, are the words that I'm hearing from you directly. Okay, and finally, isn't that nice? The 10 of Cups or the 10 of Water, depending on what you know as tarot cards, that is that balance. Look at the big pearl of wisdom. There is just light shining in there. There are turtles, which is grounding things, okay? It's trusting the earthiness, bringing things down to the earth. 10 of Cups, 10 of Water is all about that feeling of fulfillment, that feeling of happiness, contentment, getting there. It's a feeling card more than a practical card, but those feelings only come with reaching that kind of satisfaction on a practical level, okay? So nice reading for you guys for November. Very, very nice reading. So just recap quick. You get into a situation that is cropping up again. For you, you've been here before. You've even got the t-shirt. You didn't like the way it turned out before, and you're kind of thinking, oh, here we go again. But you're going to get help. This time round, you've got some kind of help, and you might be questioning, but why am I going through the same steps again? You're not going to know right now. Down the line, you're going to see the answer to that. But basically, what this is all about is regenerating a project, a goal, an aspiration, a relationship, whatever it may be. And this time round, it's going to be special, something special, okay? You may feel like it's a gamble, but you have the wisdom to take it beyond that. And ultimately, what you end up with is regeneration and the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Water. 10 of Cups, 10 of Water is happiness, contentment, feeling in the flow, going with the flow, knowing what to do next. You know what I mean, all those good feelings. Okay, very nice. Now let's see what is in store for you in relationships, okay? For those of you that want to know about relationships, I'm just packing this all out the way so my table's clear. Okay, so relationships. Let's see. Now I'm reading for those of you in as well as those of you looking for relationships. Capricorn, let's see what's in store for you guys in the month of November. First card up, heart-to-heart conversations. So in the month of November, you and your partner either sit down and have a heart-to-heart conversation that is important to you. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. You're going to discuss your feelings about something honestly with one another. Maybe the time has come that is what you feel you want to and ought to do. If you're looking for a relationship, this is possibly the way one comes to you, okay, via a deep conversation with somebody. And the next card up is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So that's interesting. So if you're single, you might meet somebody and, well, you know, no fireworks. Yay, kind of cool, but you're not that sure about them. But as you have this deep conversation with them and you keep an open mind, you discover there's much more to this person than you thought in the first place. In an existing relationship, that conversation, deep conversation with your partner, opens up your mind about something about them in a good way, okay? It deepens the bond in some way with your partner. It reveals something about them that you didn't see before, that deepens or strengthens that bond between the two of you, okay? Separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. So if you meet somebody new and you get into a deep conversation with them and you realize, wait a moment, my first impression wasn't that great, but this person has potential. You're first going to be a little bit apart, okay? It's not going to take off immediately. I'll pick another card to see where this is going. Those of you in relationships, it may be that you and your partner have to spend a bit of time apart, and that is how come you have that deep heart-to-heart conversation, and that is actually when you get to understand something about them that is good for your relationship, okay, or good for your relating. Let's pick one more card. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So what I will say here, if you're looking for somebody, go out and do something you love to do. You're going to meet someone, have a deep conversation with them. You're going to realize there's more to them than you anticipated in the first place, but you're not going to get together just right yet. Or you've just separated from somebody, so the time isn't quite right yet. But there's potential here. That's what's showing up in your reading. You might bump into each other again, okay? And those of you in existing relationships, it's a case of if you need to do or spend time apart from your partner a little bit, just do the things you love to do. Um, Especially if you feel like you're going to miss them a bit or a lot, go out and do things that make you feel happy, because that's going to be good for your relationship, okay? Despite the fact that you're going to have that conversation, that is good for your relationship as well. So that's your November lineup. We'll have to see December how this love story continues. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed that reading. Thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, subscribing. I genuinely appreciate it. Just repeat again, if you'd like a reading from me, that link will be in the description box below. Wishing you hugs and blessings for the month of November, and we'll chat again soon.